I use it and the way the radio perceives it, the media uses it, because I feel that if people or if black people are calling me the N-word or using the N-word to me, why can I not use it in the same way that they're using it? I feel like it's hypocritical.
Is it justified? I think it's very situational, so I think it depends on who is using the word and how it's being used. So I think you definitely need to determine the context to decide whether or not it's justified.
Anyone that was not African American used that word was fighting words, started a fight. I do not like, there is no difference between putting an A on the N at the end of the N word or ER at the end. It's still a negative word.
No, I don't use it. I just straight up use it what it's always been used for as an insult to put people down, and I want to keep it in its original context. Um, so like that's the only way that's the only reason and the only time that I use it is when I'm tearing into somebody. Um, I'm not gonna give examples of when I've done it, but I just do it.
So I do not use the N word only when I'm like singing lyrics to a song. Basically, it's pretty much the only time I use it. Um, and that's the only justification I guess I could think to use the word because I don't know. You're not really saying it. You're trying to quote something that you like, and so um, I don't. I think it's okay in that situation. However, I don't think that white people should use it at all in general conversation or to describe anyone or anything. So, and I believe that because it's just not our word to reclaim.
To answer your question, no, I would not use the word. The reason for that is it represents more than just the letters that put it together. It references a time in history where African Americans were systematically oppressed. Their individual identity was degraded, and they were isolated to that word. No African American was better than that word, and that's what it represents, and that's why I would never use it. As for people who do use it, that's their own prerogative. I don't really agree with it, but who am I to say that they shouldn't use it, other than to express my own opinion about it. So, yeah.
Two or three white friends, and the N word was just like a word we use as endearment. It was never weird for me to say. No one really made like any type of fuss about it because it was just like saying homie or like friend.
So personally, I choose not to use the N-word out of respect for people who feel a particular way about it or would be offended by it. I think when people who are not black use that word, I think sometimes it can be seen as appropriating black culture, which is done in many ways through music, fashion, all of that, and without, you know, you're taking on all the benefits of being black without actually having the experiences of being black, the history, the experiences of oppression and racism. So it's not really appropriate to use that word or appropriate culture in that way.